entire top story of the home was completely taken off and thrown into the home behind it.
Any injuries from anybody you spoke with?
I have not seen any injuries at this time. Again, the biggest thing right now is trying to get everybody out of the area. There's gas leaking from all the meters. As I came out of homes trying to check and make sure there was nobody still in them, that's all you could hear is just the gas.
Yeah, so
just the spewing of the gas. The water lines are running all over the street. It's just a good idea for everybody to stay as far away from here as possible.
Jason McLaughlin, Forney. Jason, before we let you go, and you're going to stay on standby, but give us the general cross streets where you are for folks who might live in the area or do business in the area and may not be there right now. Generally, where are you?
To give you a good idea, I don't know these street names because the street signs are gone. I can't tell you the name of the addition. All I know is it's the addition that is across the elementary school.
I'm sorry, we're going to have to cut you off.
Yeah, Jason, hold up one second here. I got a confirmation of a tornado on the ground here near McClendon and Chisholm in Rockwall County. It's the same tornado that just hit Forney. The report is this tornado is on the ground, likely very rain-wrapped at this time. It's moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. This is a storm that's heading close and heading towards Royce City. And Farm to Market Road 35, Highway 276 are in the direct path of this tornado up here in Rockwall County. Highway 276 and Farm to Market Road 35 and Royce City are in the direct path of this tornado. Fate, Royce City, down towards McClendon, Chisholm, that area, take shelter now. This is a tornado reported again on the ground. You can't really see it here on the reflectivity radar mode. I'll switch over to the velocity mode, and this is a dangerous looking storm. Whenever you see this green and red right next to each other, as tightly packed as it is, this is where our tornado is located, and it is on the ground from our latest storm spotters we have. There's Farm to Market Road 548. There's Jones Road. This tornado is pretty close to Farm to Market Road 550 as well. I'll make that a little bit bigger so you can see it. And also as well, very close to, let me highlight that road again for you. You can see that is, it's not popping up for me, but I'll tell you it's right near McClendon and Chisholm here. Just north of Highway 205 is where this tornado is on the ground and moving off towards the north. You folks in Munson, Blackland, along Farm to Market Road 548 up towards Royce City. This is a tornado heading in your general direction, so take shelter now.
Let's remind everybody out there, CBS 11 News normally on the air at 4 o'clock with our CBS 11 News at 4 program. Obviously today extended coverage. Lives are threatened today. We have severe damage in all areas of North Texas because of the ongoing storm situation.
We do have crews all over, and we're going to start with Jay Gormley. He is in Lancaster. What's going on there right now, Jay?
We're live here in Lancaster where a tornado kind of ripped through this entire area before noon. This is a CVS that got hit very hard. In fact, there were about 15 customers inside. The customers then huddled into the bathroom for safety. In fact, one of the employees captured the tornado on her cell phone. We are doing our best to get that video to you. However, a lot of cell phone towers are down in this area. It's hard to communicate, hard to make cell phone calls.
Hey, Jay Gormley, real quick, let me get in your ear. If you could step closer to the microphone, the mic you're wearing's not working, but get close to that.
Apartment complex nearby, that too was severely damaged. In fact, there were 3 buildings in the apartment complex about a half mile down the road. I was able to shoot some iPhone video of that apartment complex.
All right, he was talking about somebody who was able to shoot some iPhone video, but again, this is a CVS pharmacy, Lancaster. Poor Jay can't hear us right now. He doesn't have the earpiece.
Lost communication with him, right? But you saw the car with the back window blown out and the folks sweeping up the debris. And there are going to be a lot of areas all around North Texas where you're going to see downed trees, downed fences, downed power lines. So be very careful when you are out in those areas.
Well, and so concerning as we welcome Bud Gillette into the conversation is the possibility of gas leaks. Bud, we had heard, we know you're not in Forney, but real quick, Forney, where the tornado rolled through, there's damage at Crosby Elementary School. Some talk about the roof being ripped off that thing. We'll confirm it, but there are gas leaks there. Bud Gillette, talk to us. I think you're in Lancaster as well. Is that correct?
That's right. I'm in Lancaster. I'm in the Rolling Hills area, which is essentially Wintergreen and Rogers in the northern part of Lancaster. Rolling Hills was hit really, really hard. Everywhere you look, there are houses, well-built houses that have been significantly damaged. Some as little as having shingles ripped off the roof. Others, entire portions of the house are just leveled. Talked to some people, a man named Al Johnson and his brother Johnny Harper were watching it come toward them. They ran inside the house when they could see that it was more than just wind and moisture. They could see debris was actually forming, heading their way. Hid inside the house and came out, and the whole back of the house is missing. 3 cars are damaged. I have some video, some cell phone video that I sent in a little earlier. You could probably get an idea of the scope of the damage there. I was at Linda Lane and Donnelly, and Mr. Johnson lived on Donnelly. He had 2 dogs in his backyard, of all things. They were tethered there, ran inside. Dogs are fine, but the storm picked up the dog house and carried it off to who knows where at this point. Just across the street from him, Roy Griffin. Roy and his dog rode out the storm inside a closet. He was another person who was standing out in his front yard watching the debris, and then he said it just got really, really quiet, and then he heard the noise, the train rumbling that's so often associated with tornadoes. He and the dog went inside to an inner closet. He said it was about 30 seconds. He didn't know what to think when he was in there, and then suddenly got quiet again. So he ventured outside and saw that all these homes that he had seen that were standing outside as you're looking outside his front door, most of them leveled. His truck that was sitting in his front yard picked up a half a block away on its side, has torn down some power lines in that area. You asked Doug about natural gas. We didn't have any issues with natural gas, but we do have problems with some live wires, power lines in this area. And we've had police just going by here, our location, talk to some fire department personnel. Thankfully, we're not aware of any injuries. A lot of damage to homes, a lot of damage to automobiles. Automobiles twisted like so many Tinker Toys in some cases. But we've had no reports of anybody injured, and we hope that will, obviously, Doug and Karen, we hope that will remain the situation here. Once again, I'm in the Rolling Hills area of Lancaster. There's once again, terrific damage, storm damage, damage to homes, damage to automobiles. But so
hey, Bud,
far,
Bud, sorry, Bud, we got to cut you off real quick. Sorry, stand by, Bud.
Yeah, I'm getting reports of the tornado still on the ground near Munson here, heading out of Rockwall County into southwest Hunt County. This is near Whitehead, Munson, Union Valley. This area here near Royce City down towards Munson. You can actually really see the rotation of the circulation right here on the radar, this little notch that's here. This is just a couple minutes ago, right at about 4:02, I had a report out of Munson of a tornado on the ground. This is very close to Union Valley. And to kind of zoom out and give you a perspective, this is southwest of Greenville, right along the Rockwall and Hunt County line is where this tornado is located, close to the town of Munson, very close to Highway 276, lifting off towards the northeast. Let me do a track here on this storm. If it holds together, it will continue to move through parts of Hunt County, and it is moving at about 30 miles per hour. So that'll put it over towards Union Valley around 4:07, Hendricks at 4:14, Boyles Home at 4:22, Cache at 4:24, Concord at 4:27, Mount Bethel at 4:27, and Wheeland at 4:30. This is a tornado reported on the ground moving through southwestern Hunt County. So if you live in those areas, take shelter now. Let me give you some of the roads. This is I-30. This road right here between I-30 and Highway 34 is Farm to Market Road 36. Also between Quinlan and Munson is Highway 276. That's one area up this way that the storm will be passing over. And Farm to Market Road 35 is another intersection here where this tornado is located. If you live along the I-30 corridor here in Hunt County, just around the Quinlan area as well, take shelter. This is a dangerous storm. With the reports we are getting, this tornado is on the ground. The tornado warning that's in effect for Hunt County continues here until 4:30. That's the timing here on this particular tornado warning for Hunt County. We also have additional tornado warnings for Delta County, over into Hopkins County, and also Red River County. You folks up in Clarksville, there's a storm heading your way from the southwest that also has a tornado warning with it. So we'll go in close first off to this Hopkins County storm. Right over Sulphur Springs is where the rotation moved. So far, I've gotten no reports of any damage out of Sulphur Springs. That's thankfully, let's hope that holds. But the circulation went right over Sulphur Springs, and now it's heading up towards Flora, Nelta, Birthright, and also Mahoney. In those areas, take shelter now. Go to your safe room at this time. To the west, it's dried out. Denton, Fort Worth, Cleburne to the west, it's all over. Severe storms continue, though, through parts of Collin County down into Kaufman County, Ellis County as well. You've got some strong severe storms with gusty winds and possibly some hail.
Larry, thanks. Chime in when you need, buddy, obviously. Meanwhile, let's go to Shannon Bales and find out what it's been like in the middle of the storms that have been rolling through our area today. Shannon from Forney, a former CBS employee. Shannon, thanks for being with us on the phone. Describe where you were, what you heard, what it looked like.
Well, Doug, we just returned home. I've been out actually chasing on my own. I caught that storm that went across Dallas, across I-20 into just west of Mesquite. And my fiance wanted me to come home, so we got her home and the kids home, and we saw that cell forming back to our southwest, and southwest, and eventually I saw a major rotating wall cloud not very far from our house, and soon after, the huge smokestack tornado headed right at us. I yelled for her to get the kids in the bathtub. I waited probably a good 5 minutes watching it, and right by the time I was about to burn for cover, it started sunwashing out, and eventually lifted back to the house. But give an idea how close it was when it went back up, with debris that was falling around us from the house that just far west. And